favorite rapper's time, your favorite movie star's time, your favorites time. Now, let's get into this. And we got the little bit of light because y'all used to me under that bright light. What actually happened to Jocelyn Flores? Now, see, those of you who know of the situation and have read some type of report know of exactly what happened and how awkward it was. Now, what was it that we were told? Suicide, many different things. There's even a police report that indicates it. But did any of you read what happened? Did you read who called police? Did you read how it unfolded? I gave a little bit of time so you could yell, yeah, so what? Or whatever you guys yelling like, huh? What do you mean? Let me tell you, okay? There were three things in particular that really were odd to me. Now, number one, if you don't know the backstory, allegedly, two people were at X's house. Money went missing. Okay, money went missing. He didn't savagely attack no one. He didn't beat someone. Thus why I addressed at an earlier point, did he actually beat Geneva? Because the claims were that, right? He didn't do none of that. He made them get out, as anybody would. Anybody. He said, you guys gotta go. Once you show up, money goes missing. Now, we're not going to throw your name out there. I know you're watching. Don't worry. She was picked up and taken to somewhere to stay. Okay? Now, the crazy thing is she's staying at this place, okay? Here's the second thing that confuses me. How did it take that long for you to arrive at the place where she was? Okay, I repeat. How did it take that long for you to arrive at the place you took her to? That it didn't make sense to me. I Googled it. I mapped it out. I saw the distance. There was no reason for it to take that long. I mean, taking over, I would have gave you half an hour. But I'm looking at a time on this report that reflects hours later. How? When it's right down the street genuinely. That confuses me. That would have been a red flag to anybody that cared. That's why I said I didn't know what was going on with investigation. I had no clue what they were thinking. Third red flag. I am being told that allegedly through this report, references with other people, that this person hanged themselves / strangled themselves. Now, if you know anything about suicide and any type of thing, that's a very rare situation. If there was some type of medication taken, okay, that could be alleged. But we're looking at strangulation, cutting off of oxygen to the head. How can you do that without assistance? And then the bonus feature, one of the individuals, while they let her stay in the bathroom till the morning, stayed at the place where you took her to. So one of the people stay there and magically decide to call for assistance in the morning? How'd they let that pass? Then they go to question X at his house. Like, that made no sense. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real about this. Think about that. In depth. Think about that. What kind of sense would it be for me to stay in a room without actually doing whatever I could? I wouldn't have got a janitor in the morning. I would have got him immediately to open that door. And you heard no type of sounds of some struggle in there of a person strangling themselves and hanging themselves or something. It sounds weird. This police report reads anything but what they're concluding, in my opinion. I read through it. It's like, wait, it's a red flag even reading it. Like, how would something like that occur? How would you allow, who would stay in there without using the bathroom? Do you see where I'm going? There are red flags all over that situation. Now, the reason I mentioned it is because I got some behind the scenes people I've never heard of in my life hitting me up, telling me another added theory and added level to some other things. And, it's just starting to make sense to me. It's really starting to make sense to me. Everything. That's why I'm dictating it this way. It's starting to make sense in every way, shape, and form. I have a question. If I followed one of you around, and when I followed you, all I did was take pictures, all I did was bask in your glory, would there not be some type of resentment present? If all I did was tend to whatever was there or whatever you needed, and someone owed me something, would it be possible that I would ever allege in my mind to blackmail someone for something? In my mind, honestly, everybody can have their opinion, but I'm seeing very synonymous factors. Not only that, I'm seeing very strong motive. Like, I mean, so strong, I could feel it emanating off of you. I could feel it. And that's the craziest thing is, I just watched you. I don't know whether you realize or not, I've been watching you a long time. And I've never mentioned you. I never even hinted at you being in existence. But the more I look, the more I'm starting to realize that who had most to gain? Who had nothing that they have now when he was around, and why was it? Could this go back to the factor where I'm saying that X was a ladies' man and everybody's woman gravitated towards him? They didn't want to share, even to the point where, get this, even to the point where 2013 receipts show this to be the truth. And not only that, you to have been a joke. Now, I'm just narrating what I'm reading. 2013, you were the joke, the butt of a joke. And you expect me to believe that you didn't take that to heart when you just turned into another guy around? Which means I never even seen you in any of his snaps, his Twitter. So if you're a friend that's been in his snaps and Twitters, it ain't you. It ain't you. But that's what I'm saying. I see it. Now, I just want to hope that this other connection I have is not true. I promise it's not true. Because here's my thing. What is it worth? What was it worth? No, this guy, what was he worth to the situation to even ride with him on this? And again, this isn't any indication of another man involved. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Didn't I say this had a woman's touch? I'm seeing shady actions. And it's starting to make me wonder, was people really loyal? Was fake friends, aka fake love, and you guys know the word, was this directly implicated to someone? I've said this many times. Was it? I asked, was it? Now you could go ahead and come at me like, oh, why are you bringing her situation up? Get a hold of that police report and read it. and see if you don't want to bring it up. Like, huh? It's not even a conclusion to this investigation. It's like it just stopped. And that's on the investigator's part. Listen, if you assume you're part of it, I already got what I need to show it. I'm just mentioning it because I see synonymous factors, and I hope they're not prevalent. I hope they're not prevalent. But what happened to her? What really happened to Jocelyn Flores? And why would someone stay in a room with the door locked to the bathroom? How did you manage to, what, you went to pee outside? Okay, cool. Why would you even put yourself in that situation? It's confusing. It makes no sense. But you know how I rock. And we're going to go harder. You know how I rock. And you know that I got the right connections to get what I need about it. And that no matter what, I got other people that will gladly come out and speak about it. I'm just holding them at bay because I said, let's see if they do the right thing. Probably won't. All rights reserved.